So today we are actually going to be talking about a story that I don't know if a lot of y'all know, about, but we have a biology teacher who has been put on administrative leave because, I guess he found out what other black people didn't know. And that is that we got a pimp walking gene, okay? You may be like, Alex, what in the heck are you talking about? Black people don't have a pimp walking gene. Apparently, this guy who teaches biology says all black people got a pimp walking gene. I've never heard of it personally. I don't believe I have a pimp walk, but let's see what this article says. High school teacher's bizarre biology test includes racist question on pimp walk gene. Y'all, what? A California school teacher has been banished from his classroom after giving freshman students a biology final filled with racist and offensive questions that called out individual students by name. Biology instructor Alex Nguyen was placed on administrative leave last month by Sacramento School Unified School District, according to the district spokesperson. Nguyen has taught at Luther Burbank High School for the past decade. You've been there for a decade, and we're just finding out about this crazy stuff. The test covered human reproduction and the effects of dominant and recessive genes on offsprings. In it, students were provided with examples of situations that could occur if various pupils were to produce with one another. Okay, although Nguyen noted in a bizarre disclaimer that he did not condone young teenagers engaging in sexual activity. Okay, this is biology. We're just learning about it. I don't get why that has to be noted, but okay. Many of the questions involve students of color. Luther Burbank is 97% non-white. Okay. Quote, in high school, there are individuals who are cross-eyed like name redacted and name redacted, which is a dominant trait. One question read, we call those individuals weirdos. So if you cross two weirdos that are heterogeneous for being cross-eyed, what is the offspring that would result? So you have Stacy and Bill. They both are cross-eyed, whatnot. And what you're doing is saying, let's go and actually pinpoint these two people. We know Stacy and Bill are cross-eyed. So let's go and just put them in a test. Okay, so we're going to have you directly to these people. Okay, you're going to have these people focus right on them. So Stacy and Bill, they're cross-eyed. What happens to them? Don't you think that's a bit inappropriate? One, you're saying, oh, I don't want y'all having sex. Okay, I don't know why we needed that to be said, but okay. And then you go and say, well, Stacy and Bill, you know they cross-eyed, right? Okay, was that really necessary to say, though? Okay, let's continue. Another question notes Luther Burbank's highly diverse student body, and says the African American culture, for some reason, has influenced most of them. Okay. Quote, in African Americans, they have a gene for the pimp walk, which is dominant. The question goes on. What is the result if you cross students' names, that was redacted, homogeneous dominant Latina with a homogeneous recessive homong, like student's name redacted? What? So you're saying this black person, all black people got a pimp walk, apparently. He's a biologist, okay? I don't make the rules. So apparently all black people got a pimp walk. And he's saying, what would happen if he gets with a Latina chick? How would that work? Would the kid now have a pimp walk? What? Because apparently the pimp walk is dominant, even though, well, whatever. A third question on the final read, here at the wonderful school of LBHS, we have certain students who love to sleep in class. I even see students fall asleep during exams. Can you believe that? I don't like it when students fall asleep in class. It's rude. Wake the F up. Well, through much study, I have concluded that the gene for falling asleep is dominant. Not only that some students sleep, they snore in class. This too is a dominant trait. What are the possible offspring if you cross a homogeneous sleeping, heterogeneous snoring student puts their name, the actual student's name, with the attentive non-snoring student, and then he puts the person's name. What? It said the exam had reportedly been taken by students in 3 separate classes and was being administered to the 4th when the school principal intervened about 10 minutes into the 2-hour testing period. When the principal gathered each final from the students' desks and left the room, Nugent simply projected the same questions onto the screen and told the kids to carry on as normal. So he's like, whatever. So Nugent did not show up for the last day of school when the graded exams were returned. Given the unusual nature of the questions, Goldberg said that there were challenges with the grading process. One honor student received a 0, giving him a D in the class for the semester, for which he will now be attending summer school. Wow. So you're messing up these people's grades too? According to one parent, the teacher's behavior has been problematic in the past, as he allegedly failed to accommodate their learning disabled child until a resource specialist finally stepped in and forced the issue. One student told the Bee that Nugent had once called a black pupil boy, lashing out at him for not having his work done. Wow. So essentially what you have here is this. You have a person who, because this is an Asian male, you have a person who probably never really felt comfortable in the school district, wanted to be in a school district maybe where mostly Asian people were or mostly white people were, but that just wasn't the case. Does not like the diversity, does not like that there are black students and Latino students, whatever, that need to be taught, okay? So with him, he's like, okay, well, I'm going to just be a you-know-what about it. And I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to say whatever I want to say, and I don't care. That is shown so much by the principal coming in 10 minutes into the exam, and they're like, yo, I need to talk to you. We're going to stop this. Okay, well, let me put on a projector. Okay, I'm going to do whatever I want. You've been here for a decade, and you're still acting like this? Y'all, some people, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should be doing it, okay? And that's really what I feel like in this regard, because how many people have you affected? How many times have you given tests like this? Maybe other people were afraid to say something, but these other people be like, I'm going straight to the principal's office. But let me know what you think down below.